Commercially insured patients may pay as low as $5 for Brilinta.
Hey, Akosi Mengdoman, my brother, long time no see. Hello and welcome, everybody. Just welcome, welcome, welcome. Christiana, welcome, welcome, welcome. Akosi, how are you doing? Long time, long time. Aha, aha. I need to find my. Yeah, it's been a while. You don't do. Sometimes I see you, but the time is so freaking bad. Yes, long time. How are you, bro? How are you doing? You fine? I'm fine too. We're still on Whitey Street. We're still on Whitey Street. We're still on Whitey Street. Yeah, I'm fine too. We're still on Whitey Street. For me, it's always laugh. Yeah, Joy Ada, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. So today the topic is we will be discussing travel challenge for people with disability or for people with challenges. Anybody who has any kind of challenges when you travel, it is not easy if you have to use wheelchair, everything before you board the plane, you know. So today my topic is on that one, what you should do if you have any kind of challenges. Yeah, if you do, Christiana, yes, because we don't think, these are things that we don't think about it and we don't talk about it. You get to the airport and then you see an old lady or you see somebody who is sick in a wheelchair, and then the relative are struggling to go through the security line before the boarding. There are a few things that you're supposed to know about it, and then you're supposed to do before you even purchase your ticket. Of course, there are significant strides that has been made by the travel industry, but to accommodate more individuals with challenges. Hey, Janet, you make me crave this fish. I'm digressing. Anytime Janet come on board, Aya has to digress because she's talking about food and I haven't eaten and it's 2 o'clock. And I just watch. I haven't commented because I watched it 2 times and I'm going to comment, okay? But let's get back to the topic. So the topic is about today, when you have family members, friend, or whatever, that are some challenges, but they need to travel. So what do you do if you find yourself in this predicament? So there are room for substantial improvement in improving physical travel for the less mobile. and digital alternative are needed for those with issues that prohibit travel altogether, because our brothers and sisters that have some challenges, some of them just simply opt not to travel because of the challenges that they encounter at the airport. Wheelchair, that's okay. Most of the airport nowadays, we have a wheelchair, but to make it smooth and easy, your best bet is okay. In developed countries, there are 1-800 numbers that you can call before you buy the ticket. George Kitchen, welcome, welcome. Before you purchase the ticket, you call them and said, okay, I have somebody who has some challenge, mobile challenge, and we're going to reserve wheelchair. Okay, we have some medical issues. So you have to pay, the number one thing that you have to do is to pay attention to your itinerary. Okay, we all know that itinerary is an essential component of any trip. But for people with challenges, detailed plans are necessary for their comfortability and confidence, because it's not easy at the airport. If you use a tour guide, you should make a note to be as specific as possible what you need. You have to let them know what your needs are. If you simply say, oh, we have a disabled or a challenged person, they will only think about the wheelchair. But the wheelchair is to take you to the counter and then to board. But at your destination, did they know that there is somebody that is a wheelchair, that we need a wheelchair to deplane once the plane landed? So this is things that you have to think of it, but because most of us are not in that situation, we just don't think about it. So I decided to talk about it on my platform, because my platform is about traveling. So every little bit that I know, I try to share it with everybody. So I find this article, which I read so many times because I learned so much about it. And they say that you should make note to be as specific as possible about what each excursion involved, including detail of either a lot of walking, sitting, climbing stairs, or frequent use of inaccessible transportation required. It is also important to include information on accessible restroom. The restroom, okay, everybody use the bathroom, right? You like it, you don't like it. When the time comes to go, you need to go. You need to use the restroom. But if you're not mobile, and also, is the restroom accessible with your wheelchair because of the door? And do you have a bathroom once you get inside? Do you have a bathroom which is accessible to a wheelchair? So these are little things that we don't, because it's not us, we are mobile. We can just go in there and then come out. We don't think about the ramp. That's when you're pushing somebody sitting on a wheelchair, and how large is the door. These are things that, we just, because we are not in that situation, we don't think about it. But when you sit down and start thinking about it, then everything will come rushing back to you. There are medium size of wheelchair and there are large size, because we are not all on the same size. Some people are a bit large, so there are some of them that is large. And if it's somebody who is paraplegic, meaning you can't use your two hands and you can't use your two legs, so there is a way of sliding from the wheelchair to the bathroom so that you can relieve yourself. It prompted me to watch movies with paraplegic, how they come out from the wheelchair to slide into the bed, or coming from the bed and sliding back onto the wheelchair. It's very, very interesting. And I even found a video, and she is African, and she is from Nigeria. And she is not the only thing. She has a spinal cord accident. Her name is Lizzie DIY, because she does, and she live here. She is in the USA. If you watch her video, it's unbelievable. I came across her by doing this research, and I learned so much about spinal cord injury and people who have some. I don't like the word disability or disabled, so I will use challenge. Yeah, I will use challenge because I don't like this. I don't want to put label. I don't want to label anybody. I'm not God. I did not create anybody. Things happen in life. So I like the word challenge instead of using the D word. And I binge watch videos. She got married. Yeah, before her story is she was from my state and my city. And she go to school in Oklahoma. She was driving back to her college, and then she had an accident. Roll over. The car was spinning. She says she doesn't even remember what happened. The only thing, people thought she was dead, but she did not die. She has a spinal cord injury. So she lost her 2 legs. The legs are there, but they are like, doesn't serve to anything. Her fiance, her boyfriend at the time, proposed. She got married, and then she prayed because she wanted to be a mother. And then she finally became a mom. And I watched her birth, how if from down from here, nothing works. She doesn't feel anything. How she's going to push that baby? Because she refused to have a C-section. The doctor, OBG proposed that, but she said no. But for some reason, she was able to push that, and she has a daughter, that baby. It's unbelievable when you watch her, and she became a nurse. That's the prettiest part of her story. She's a nurse. Now she lives in California. And she's a wheelchair bound. She drives, she's mobile, she does everything, except that she cannot walk because she still doesn't feel her leg. And she travels. So by doing this research, when I read this, I was doing research to see what I can find. And there are plenty of people like that, paraplegic. Some of them is both member, the hand and the legs. Some of them is either the legs or the hand. And they have a productive life, but how they move around when they are traveling, what they do, it's very, very interesting. So that's the way I came across Lizzie channel, and I watch. But there are plenty, but she drives, she has a beautiful car, but her car, she will use a wheelchair coming to the car. Everything is automatic. And then she will, hi, Sizzle Diary, welcome. She will hop into the car, and the pedal for the car is specially made because she doesn't feel her legs. So she use a hand And then she drive. It's unbelievable. It's really, I was amazed how technology and everything. Hey, Stella, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. With technology, what she can do. So she has like a board that she will slide it on the chair, and then she will scoop on it and then slide onto her bed. And she used that board to, once she's sitting on a wheelchair, she will use it to scoop onto the seat. It's incredible. I'm gonna pull out a channel, and then you guys can go and watch, because that's Aya. Maybe Janet, your sister is a little bit cuckoo on the side. Your sister is a little bit cuckoo on the side. Okay. Her name is Lizzie something. I don't know if it's a Lizzie or what. Okay, yes, I think it's Lizzie O. Yes. This is I find her. Okay, so she said, and she's sitting on a wheelchair. You guys can watch her and you will be amazed. So this is the name of her channel, Lizzie O. Yeah, I'm telling you. So I watch her because she has this spinal cord injury. So how does she do it when she travel? Everything. And I was like, wow. So here they are telling her, and this article is saying that make airline and airport more mobility friendly. The airline and then the airport, they have to jack up their game regarding this fringe of the population who have some challenges in flying. Anything else, airline and airport have significant work to do to make traveling more accessible with people with challenges, because I don't like the D word. We need more amenities when you get to the airport. Of course, every person with challenges a different need. In order to deliver an enjoyable and efficient travel experience, every businesses must be as forthcoming as possible about the amenities they provide. For example, every accommodation provider, excursion planner, restaurant, think about it. Christiana, thank you for listening. Think about it. You are not mobile, and then you want to go out and eat in a restaurant, and you are a wheelchair bound, right? First, you have to have a car to drive you there. When you get there, is the door wide open, large enough for your wheelchair to go through? Yeah, they do have people that help them, but it's not sufficient. We still find some issues. There are some issues at the airport. But people cannot, Stella, people cannot help them if you don't ask. Before you purchase your ticket, you better tell the airline that you're going to use that we will need a wheelchair, because they don't know. If you don't tell them that you request a wheelchair, so when the person come to the counter of this airline, it's already in the computer. So they know when Aya bought the ticket, Aya said that she needed a wheelchair. Then they're going to get the wheelchair people, the employee that is in charge, to come and pick you up. Because before Korokoro, we were going, my American family, we were going to Connecticut. And grandma has hip replacement. Okay, hip replacement, when you go to security, it's going to beep. It's going to beep, and then the security people is going to pull you over there. So these are something that we have to do. Call, I don't recall which airline we use anyway. That was 2 or 3 years ago. So we have to call and let them know. And also, grandma could not stand in line for a long time. So we have to request all of these things. Once we get there, They knew because the name and everything. And then also you have to ask your doctor to give you a note so that these people are not going to be rough about you at the airport. So when you give them this, yes, she's very inspirational when you watch for what she goes through. I'm telling you, I was amazed. So you see, so we have to talk about this. So it's a help with preparation before you even get there. So one of the part of the article say help with in normal circumstances, tourists seek recommendation for company website and online review when preparing for the trip. But often this site don't provide traveler with disability with adequate information before booking. So you yourself, Stella, there are jobs that you have to do. Before you book, you have to open your mouth and tell them, guess what? Oh, yes, we need a wheelchair. Oh, yes, we need this. Nowadays, people with challenges and people with babies and the military people, they are the one first to board the plane before first class. In those days, it was not like that. There are strike. Oh, boom, boom. Welcome. Welcome, T1. Welcome. So that's what the article is saying here. Word of mouth is a potent tool of a disability community. It shouldn't be this way in this side of the world. Thank you so much for coming. Woo, you guys are experiencing thunderstorm. Yeah, okay, go, 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 go. Thank you for coming, Cizo. Next time, next Saturday or another day, okay? Love you. Bye. Thank you for stopping by. So now the travel community has to bring everything to the people who have some challenges. We have to let them know what we have to make it easier for them to travel. Otherwise, we are leaving a chunk, a huge part of the population behind us. Yes, I agree with you. Once you include all of this before you purchase the ticket, once you include all of this before you purchase the ticket, it makes it easier once you get to the airport. Once you get to the airport, because they put everything in the computer. So once you give them the ticket, they know right away what they need to bring. Because 2 or 3 years ago, when we traveled for Hopi graduation and we were going to Connecticut, no, we were going to Massachusetts, they knew that, we booked the ticket because it was a group and one of us needed a wheelchair. There was a lady who was supposed to push the wheelchair, but her daughter, grandma's daughter, decided that she was going to push the grandma wheelchair. So Lisa, she did it by pushing it around the airport, and we were able to board before first class people. But this article is saying that the travels company, airline, agent, excursion, everybody, they have to bring it to the people that have some challenges in order to travel easily. Make it really, because it's not easy being in line, going through security, going through the security line, especially if you have a hip replacement and then you can't stand for a long period of time. And if you're traveling in a busy time, like May, June, in the 3 years ago where May, June, July, it was worst time to travel because it seemed like all the grandma and the grandpa, everybody's at the airport, everybody's going for graduation, everybody's going outside the country. So there were too many people. And when the line was not moving, it was like a slow go, slow go, slow go. So if you have a wheelchair person, then the people at the TSA, once they see, they will motion you to come first to make it easy on you. And they are saying here on this article that the truth is there are still more than 40 million Americans, just for the US, you have 40 million Americans with issues that prevent them from traveling. Or some of them are severely ill, so they don't have this ability to travel. Because even I, who claim that she's in a good health and that she can travel, sometimes you feel the toll on your body being at different airports, flying between different time zones. You get tired. So think about somebody who has challenges. It's not easy on them. So when I read this, I said, okay, I need to see if I can find nowadays a YouTube, a movie. Yeah, but guess what, Stella? We live in the US of A. If they put a line saying it for people with challenges, you know how we act here. Some people is going to say this is discrimination. Why you are labeling them that, you know? Yes, that's exactly. Yeah, but some people are going to complain and the whole nine yards. So we are all in the same line, because I haven't seen on any airport that I've been to, I don't know the entire universe, that there is a special line for people who has challenges. We are all in the same line moving. The only thing you can do is to cut the line. If for the TSA guys saw you with somebody, then you cut the line, but nobody talk. Want it like that, because the motion is to you to come first so you can board, you can go through security and then move on. Yes, the challenges, that's the reason why, because it's like they are being labeled and some people feel uncomfortable. It's not easy. It's not easy in the US or say A, because people always tend to analyze, dissect, and they're going to make a big issue with it. That's the issue. But I find this topic interesting, because I said, okay, all right, today I'm mobile, but only God knows. Maybe one day, I'm not wishing myself something bad, but better learn and try to find something and learn about it. And if the worst come to the worst, then you know what you have to do. What you have to do. Yeah, no one like to be labeled. I'm telling you, no one like to be labeled. I don't like to be labeled. I just don't like to be labeled. And I have a story, we're going to laugh about it. It's a sad story that happened to me yesterday. Yes, because you know what? When you offer them help, that's true. Even when you offer them, let they turn it down, because it's like, you know, you pity them. You have, it's not easy. It's like, Gloria, welcome. It's like you pity them and you feel bad for them. So that's why you offer to help. That's the reason why you offer to help. So people don't like it. And the labeling, it's, I'm telling you, labeling people, it's prevalent as we speak. Yesterday at work, for some reason, this patient mother got hold of my direct line. So she's going to call my direct line, because they don't like to be pitied. It's true. I don't like to be pitied. So no one like to be pitied. That's it. So she called my direct line and I pick it up and I introduce myself. I say, how may I help you? Then she goes on by saying, the African nurse, listen carefully, guys. She goes on by saying the African nurse on unit so-and-so was very rude to me. That's the reason why I'm calling to complain, so that you guys can fire her. Okay, I know there were 2 African nurses that was working on that unit yesterday. I knew it, and I knew them. So I said, what happened? She said, the only thing is she was rude. I said, nothing happened. Nothing happened, and she was rude to you for no reason? She said, yes. Then, wait, guy, this is getting juicier. Then she continued saying, she sounds exactly like you. This is stereotype. The African nurse was rude to me. I'm complaining to somebody who sound just like the African nurse. So I go by telling her, ma'am, what is the issue? Tell me the issue. She won't tell me. How can I solve it? So I make it short. Give me your contact. I will get back to you. Because of Koro, nowadays I don't go to everywhere. So I pick up the phone, contacted the nurse. She tell me the story. Call the social worker. She told me the story. I get back to the lady. And I said, we don't have a staff. Hey, Kate, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. So I said, we don't have, because of Koro, there is no visit, no more. And also, we do not have a staff. You want to bring a document that the doctor has to sign and your daughter has to sign. We need to inform the doctor if he wants to sign that document, because the document is not from our group. It's something coming outside. And sometimes they will refuse. She said, no, the doctor doesn't need to sign. It's only my daughter needs to sign. So I said, okay, this is not part of my job, but because you need the document, can you be here before 3 p.m.? I will help you. And when you come, this is my name. Then she said, so you are an African. Second stereotype again. She repeat. I didn't say anything because I'm going to kill her with kindness. She showed up. They called me. I go pick up 52 pages. She's asking for disability money. She wants to milk the system. The daughter can work. She's 28 years old. If she take her med, she can be a productive member of society. So I go pick it up, bring it to her, go through everything. The daughter signed it. I took it downstairs. She was so confused. She's like, I never seen somebody who is so sweet like you. I say, ma'am, I do it for God. I'm not doing it for you. When you call stereotyping, and she's a Latina, I say we live in a divided society, but if we try to be kind to anyone, everybody that crosses our path, life will be so much easier and so much fun. But we come with baggage, with stereotyping. Cook with me, Benny. Welcome. In this world, everybody has an accent. You don't have to label somebody saying the African girl. Oh, the nurse, the African girl sounded like you. I'm standing in front of you and you keep repeating. It's not nice. It's not nice. I say, you do have an accent, right? I said, I have lived abroad for so long. Even in England, the British speak differently. The Irish speaking, the Scottish, what we call Cockney, they speak the Cockney. You won't even understand that is English. Even in France, in Paris, the French in Paris is completely different when you live in Marseille or Bordeaux. In the US, in the South, the English that they speak here is different from Georgia, from Louisiana, from Alabama. When you go to the North, it is exactly the same thing. I live in New York for 7 years. People in New York speak different than people in New Jersey, in Long Island, in Connecticut, you know. So, ma'am, the only thing I'm asking you, don't prejudge. Okay? You hear me on the phone and your thinking went straight. You have the same accent that the African nurse. It's not nice. She was so confused. she was melting. She started to sweat. She didn't know what to say. I said, this is the document. And my advice for you, you may take it, you may not take it. Your daughter, she can be a productive member of society instead of milking the system for her. She's 28. She can work if she take a maid. Wish you guys all the best. I gave her a document and I left. You see? Okay, Stella, you say that you working so hard to lose your accent. Girl, I'm not a chameleon. I can't change. This is part of who I am. I speak better English than the people that were born here. I write it better than Amaka. Welcome with your cooking. I saw it, girl. You and Janet and Noai, you are killing Aya with your cooking. Okay, I'm salivating in front of the computer. Okay, guys, that's I digress. You see? So it's who I am. You take it or not take it. And losing accent, I refuse to lose accent. In 2009, when I lost my job with Shell, another big law firm offered me the salary for $120,000 a year. I turned it down, girl, because I have my freedom. They told me to go to school and speak like I was white. Like I was white. Because everybody over there were Caucasian. And they were willing to pay. And I told them, no, I'm going to go back and do it. And I left. And I broke down crying in the elevator, taking me from 60th floor to the first floor. I was crying. I called my Caucasian American family and I told them the story. And the lady was like, so what you want to do? Beth was like, okay, Tanya, you're smart enough. I said, Beth, I cannot speak like a white person. I can be behind and talk like a white person, but when I come out, I'm still a black girl from Africa. So this is going to be an issue in the long run. So this $120,000, they can get it because my daddy died. This money can't bring him back. So I better not get that money and have peace of mind or get paid this amount of money and just be stressed. And they're going to end up firing you at the end of the day. You're going to lose that job because you will never be able to fit in. Yeah, so I turned it down. And I don't regret turning it down because the good Lord offered me a job, which is not $120,000 a year, but which I have peace of mind and Aya has put on weight. And I've been there for 10 years and I'm happy. Because at the end of the day, it's not the money that makes somebody. The environment that you work in, where you go and your heart is not beeping, what's going to happen today, what they're going to say today, what somebody's going to treat me. And this huge law firm is owned by the vice president of Bush #2, Mr. Dick Cheney. That's his law firm. Everybody's there is Caucasian. There is no black, there is no Latino. And they told me you're going to be the first. Remember the pressure on the first? You're working so hard to lose some of it, okay? I understand. So they can stand with me. Let me be. Okay, good. Yeah, but lose it completely? I can't. And guess what, Stella? We speak better and we write better. They are the one who He do, she do. No, it's she does, he does. But when you hear them talking, oh, he do. I'm like, really? The auxiliary to do is does. Hear them writing, hear them speaking. I work for the people who were born here and went to school here. And when there is something and you ask them to write a report, you're going to correct all the grammar in the world. They cannot express themselves. I'm coming from somewhere where I have to learn the colonial languages. I call it colonial languages, let's face it. They still can't write nor speak. We write correctly, we speak it correctly, all the grammar is correctly. And then, when they come, the first thing is, oh, she has the same accent. She has you have an accent like the African nurse. That's labeling people. That's stereotyping. But when she said this to me yesterday, I said to myself, are you going to kill her with kindness? And I did. Before she came, I sent a nice email to my boss, who is a Caucasian, and I say, FYI, this is what is going on here, and this is what I'm going to do. And he replied right back, because since Korokoro, he worked from home. He replied right back saying, you're going above and beyond. So now I'm going to keep it, and I'm waiting for him September 2021 when we go and do review, evaluation. Then I put it on the market. That's the way you sell yourself. Yeah, she just went. The African nurse. African nurse, you went to school? She has a master's degree. Oh. Everyone has an accent, I'm telling you. But for some reason, that's what she said, the lady. And I kill her softly, killing me softly. And later on the day, she called me, she said, Messiah, how did you resolve it? I said, don't worry, Ozzy. I kill her softly. She said, I knew. She said, I knew you were going to do something like that. She said, I knew you were going to kill her softly because you didn't even talk. Because me, I'm not talking too much. You see, my talking too much is right here. When I go to work, oh, Messiah, yeah, life is wonderful. What you going to do? I said, nothing. Yeah. Because we are frustrated. They take the frustration on us. And it's very, very simple. Simple as ABC. They cannot understand why we come here and then we go back to school to get their degree and get a good job. That's it. They don't understand the drive that we do have. They don't. They don't. And they think we are too driven. I say, but there is a sun shining in Africa. I could stay over there, look at the sun, instead of coming here, suffering, under the snow, the sleet, the rain, the cold, and everything. The sleepless night, sitting in front of his computer here for 3 or 4 hours, writing some paper. No. Yeah. No, you have to fight to get your promotion. You have to fight. Don't even request it. Everything that you do, and then you get a nice email, you email it to yourself, to your private email account at home. And you keep a tab, because every year there is eval. Because every year there are goals that you have to meet. And this is part of your goal. When September comes, and then they send the eval papers, Okay, you meet all the goals and then you feel it, you sign it, but you still have to go have this of 5 to 10 minutes face to face with your manager. You already have your little file with you. I did this, I did that. This is the proof here. Okay, in the court of law, you have to have your fact. So these are my facts. You cannot deny it. Huh? That's it. Me, that's the way I roll. I have a fact. Guess what? They want to be like us. We have a place. My boss, he knows me. He said, I always come with a smile, so he won't. He doesn't even argue. He always go, exceptional employee. And when he check exceptional employee while I'm sitting there, I know what that means. So I don't argue because he knows I have my file. He knows I have my file ready for September. Yeah, because we have to play it smart, guys. We are smart, play it. They had opportunity, but they don't. Yeah, they don't. But when they see African coming to have good job, they will cry, you African come to take. That's what they say, girl. That's what they say. Well, 10 years ago when I started there were this program. There is a fund, money. If you want to go to school, you can come in with it's only one person since this place exists that took this opportunity. She went in there with a high school diploma. When she heard that there is money to go back to school, she jumped on it. She took it, she got an associate. After the associate, she got the BA. After the BA, she got the MSN. Yeah, she got a master's degree. Guess what? She became director of admission. And she retired early because of the money that they were paying her. She retired before her retirement, and now she's a teacher. The remaining that went in there as a psychiatric tech, they still psychiatric tech. So the African that they hire, everybody went to school. Everybody went to school. They took advantage of this funding. You pay. First, you have to pay out of pocket. And you have to pass your exam with A or Bs. And when they pay you, they reimburse you the money that you pay. So all the Africans that work there took advantage of that, went, and most of them came in with a BA, and then they went and did the master. They went to graduate school and get it, and some of them even went to get it, a PhD. Yeah. And the others are waiting for Jesus Christ to lower everything. So when they see you, the first thing they say is, she's an African. Yeah. The African girl. Yeah. That we taking their job. I say, no, I'm not taking the job. I'm taking what, as a bless her soul, as Cicely Tyson said it. I came here to get what I think belong to me. Yeah. What I think belong to me. Yeah. Because guess what? The D is a passing. The E is passing. It's the F that fail them. Stella. So that's the reason why. That's the reason why they don't care if they got a D. They don't care if they get a E. Okay? Because you still pass. You still pass. So they just don't care. What we care we want the best. I told one of my teachers, my name starts with the first letter of the alphabet, A, A, B, C, D, and it ends with the first letter of the alphabet. So I deserve the best. That's what I told one of my teachers in graduate school here. She said, why are you so driven? Why, when you get a B, you're so mad? And then you will send me an email asking if you can have extra homework to do so that you can have an A. So I wrote nicely. I said, Dr. Smith, because my name starts by the first letter of the alphabet and ends with the first letter of the alphabet. So that's the reason why I deserve the best. And she will never forget it. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. It's sad. For me, I don't take it personally. I just laugh. I just smile. That's pretty much it. I just smile and just laugh. Because I'm like, it's my own life. That's the way I look at life. I don't want it. I'm going to work and I'm going to get it. Honestly, I got it. That's it. But we meet them, you just smile and just move on. Yeah. Yeah, I always requested the extra. When she give me a B, I will request extra credit so I can boost it. I will do this. So she did not understand that in the class, some of them are dropping and Aya is requesting. So she asked me. So she sent me an email and I said, because that's it. And I deserve the best and I'm going to get the best. She said that we are too, I'm too driven. I said to myself, the long road, the long journey coming from Africa to here hasn't been easy. So when I come here, I'm going to get the best. That's it. I'm just, my American family, they are Caucasian and they understand me very clearly. And she really appreciated because for some reason, when I was a nanny for 7 years, I instilled this into the children, and the children are striving like a crazy. And the parents are so happy, and they always say, oh, this is time told them to do it this way. That's it. And children are, so she said, I'm not surprised when I see, when you call or send me this and say, guess what? Oh, exceptional employee. Yes, that's the only thing we expect from you. We are not expecting, no, you're going to be exceptional. I said, yeah. I said, I'm going to be exceptional till the day I decided I'm not working no more. Bravo channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, because it's just, it's normal. It's normal. You cannot, Why do we have to be less than? We cannot be less than. Nah. I'm going to be the best that I can be. And I'm going to show you. I'm not going to argue. Like, when she was saying this, you sound like this nurse. I didn't start fighting over the phone with her. No. The only thing I kept asking her, so what's the issue, man? What's the concern? Can you explain? She won't. She won't explain. She said she need to be fired. I'm like, oh, really? She said, yeah, she was just rude. How come she won't say it? So finally, I didn't have too much time. And I'm like, okay, I will call you back. Give me this, and this is what I'm going to do. That's it. And she was surprised when I said, okay, this is not part of our job. We are not supposed to do it. But guess what? Because you need it, I'm going to come down and I'm going to help you. And she thought I was not going to do it. Of course, I'm still an African with an accent. But I went down and I get it done. And when I get it done, yes, now I help you. I'm not supposed to do it. I did it. and you're going to my tax money. That's the things who made me mad. Sister Gloria, my tax money. Yeah. My tax money, because she was going to milk, and it's my tax money. And 2 days ago, I went to do my tax, and instead of bringing my W-2 for 2019, for 2020, I brought 2019, and I had to come back. And then the next day, I went back to get it done. And then the lady was like, "Ma'am, you paid too much taxes." She said, "Don't you have a dependent?" I said, "No, I don't have a dependent." She said, "You pay too much." I said, "Yes." I said, "As long as I don't own them, that's okay." And people like that fill in form, and we're going to pay her, because what a daughter is suffering from is on the list. So she's qualified to get the check for challenge. And it's my tax money. So that's where I spoke. That's it. Oh no, guess what? The Deep South, girl. No, there are states that I'm not going to leave. I better go back to the north. Because I watched Mississippi burning, and then I went to Mississippi to visit. I went to Alabama to visit what we call the Deep South, and and then I have to end up living here in the great state of Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma, all of the state. The first time I went to Mississippi, I was the only dark skin on the plane, and I was addressed to the T, and somebody sitting next to me asked me, "Are you an attorney going to defend somebody?" And I had to lie, say, "Yes, I'm an attorney." Your hobby, do file tax. Yes, we all file tax. Sister Stella says she will run from Alabama, and she just run. One of my African American friends, she live in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. I met her when I was in New York, and she was the one who invited me to come and visit, because there are so many things that you can see and make you learn. Yeah. So I went for 2 weeks. I learned a lot. She took me to the back road. I'm telling you. Yeah. Sometimes she will tell me, "No, we don't take that one, because we we don't go here." She look at me, she said, "Time, we are not going here, okay?" I said, "Okay." And sometimes I ask myself, "Girl, you can get killed here. Nobody will never find your body." But it opened your brain, it opened your mindset, and you learn, and you're like, wow. The only thing you say to yourself is, wow. Yeah. But I will not choose to live there. That's it. In fact, if it's not because of job, oh, you live in Alabama for 4 years. Oh, girl, no. And these are poorest places, Alabama, Mississippi, poorest state, because of the mindset. And they don't help us. And everywhere is despair, everywhere is poverty, that you haven't seen it in Africa. I'm telling you. So when you see all of this, you go, whoa, whoa. Yeah. My friend, she was very, very honest. That's the reason why I like Amanda. She said, there are a few things that you haven't seen, and I'm going to show you. And then she took me. She said, okay, you have to come. I have 2 weeks. And she's a school teacher. She said, we're going to go on a journey. And it was a journey. It was a journey. Hey, the God of faithfulness. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It was really a journey. Hey, Esther, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so that's it. So that's pretty much it, guys. Welcome, guys. We all are already connected. Okay, so Janet Cook, T1, are you done with your premiere? Or you still running it? Because I'm going to ask everybody to go there because she said, yeah. Stella, our village back home are much better than some neighborhood in the big cities. Yes, our village back home are much better than some neighborhood in big cities. Janet said the name Mississippi is even funny. It's because of the Mississippi River, which is one of the longest rivers in the USA. It's a swamp place, I'm telling you. The coast before Katrina was beautiful. It was full of the coast of Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. Before Katrina, it was beautiful. There were nice hotel. It was a resort, nice hotel, and then what they call it, where people go and gamble, you know, casinos, all of these things before Katrina. But when Katrina hit the coast, it destroyed everything, and it hasn't been back. Yeah, it's still used. Yeah, even in Georgia, I'm telling you, even in Atlanta. Yeah, there is an Ivorian who lives in Atlanta, and she was looking to buy a home, and the home that they show it to her is pit for the toilet, like in the old days. She took a picture and she sent it to me. She said, can you believe it? I say, everything is possible here. I say, I hope you're not buying that home. She said, no. Yeah, they still use that. I'm telling you, that's the reason why you have to travel. So you see it for yourself. Because Stella, if I had told you this, you will not believe it, that this cannot happen in the US of A, okay? Now you saw it yourself. You saw it yourself. Now you do believe it. Yeah. I'm telling you, some parts are so worse than, no, my village is a town. So even though they burn it, but it's still. So that's the things, guys. It's so when you get your maybe occasion, you just travel and then you just see it. If you yeah, the toilet is outside. For me, I'm not surprised because I think it was in 2000 what? No, I can't even recall. It was before Katrina that my friend, and by that time I was still in New York, and then because we met in New York, we were in the same class, and then she told me I'm from the South, that she's going back to the South. So we kept calling from time to time, and then one day she said, I would like to invite you so I could, because you love to travel, you haven't been to what we call the Deep South. So I seized the occasion and I left and I came for 2 weeks. And she has a car. The only thing I was doing was to put some gas in the car. And then she tell me, okay, I'm going to take you here. I'm going to take you here. You're going to see this because I have this list of things that I wanted to see in the state where MLK walked in those days. Okay. And I'm like, okay, I want to see this. And she said, okay, we're going to see them, but I'm going to take you on a road, a journey. That's a word that she used. A journey, so you can see more, so you can analyze it. And because it's a state, and she was born there, grew up there, she has relatives who live in a farm and everything. So she took me. The only thing I really enjoyed, and I learned a lot, these people, no matter what, the hardship of life, they live long life. I met an aunt who was at the time 105. This lady was so beautiful. Her hair was white, and she has a hen behind the house. She has a little farm behind the house where she collects the okras and all of this, and she cook. It was great. And she lived to be 115 before she passed on. Her heart just stopped. That's all. She was not sick. So she took me, and then we drove, and she said, here, we can't go over time because we will not come out alive. So that's it. So that's where I was able to see what is called the deep south, even as of today. Yeah, there are some places where I don't venture. I just don't venture. That's it. Because I want to be here so she can still laughing, you know. Okay, guys. We've been talking and laughing and having good time. I was asking my aunt, is this America? Oh, Stella. Yes, it is. But why? What? Ooh, Yako, as we say in Ivory Coast, Esther, 13-hour shift. Girl, don't kill yourself, oh. Don't kill yourself for this money. Please. I hope you did not stand on your 2 feet for 13 hours. Be careful, because this is going to catch up with you when you grow old. Okay? So please don't do this. Julie is mad. Julie, please don't be mad. Please don't be mad. Oh, don't be mad, okay, Julie? Just kill them with kindness. That's what the Bible say, okay? And then you speak your mind. You tell them how you feel, that, you know, just give them something to think about it. When I told her that, you know, we are in a divided nation, that, you know, if we can be a little more kinder to each other, life would be so much better. When you say something to somebody like that, she's just going to go home and think about it. It's not going to go in here and come out. No. So don't be mad. Don't be mad, okay? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you all for coming. So Aya is going to close the home, okay? And I'll see you next week. All right? I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Okay, so bye-bye. I love you all. And without you guys, I won't be able to do what I'm doing, okay? Thank you, and have a blessed week.